Hey YouTube, Bob here. So in my last video I unboxed my brand new Nintendo 3DS XL, and now I need to do a system transfer between my 3DS XL and the new system. So just after I finish doing the initial setup for the new system, it says it starts to tell you about the system transfer that you can do. So I'm just going to start right now before I even go into the main menu for the first time. I'm going to click yes. And as you can see, I have my 3DS XL open and ready to go. So it's connecting to the internet. I already have all of that stuff set up. Interesting. An error has occurred. You must update your system in order to perform a transfer. Please update your system using... Alright, so it looks like I'm not going to be able to do it right out of the box here. So it's probably going to bring me back to the main menu. And I'm going to have to do a system update, which I'm not going to make you guys wait for. So we'll do a cut and come back when I'm ready to go. Alright, so luckily the system update on the new Nintendo 3DS XL didn't take that long, but this is the screen that you get upon returning to the home screen from that system update. So just about shuffle favorites as far as your themes go. Yeah, I know how to do it. As you can see, I've already done it. So now what I'm going to need to do is go to the wrench, which is settings, system settings. That's pretty 3D-ish. Let's turn that off. Well, that's volume. Let's turn that off. There we go. That probably looks a little better. Go to the wrench. Do it on both systems. There we go. So other settings, other settings. We've got super stable 3D. Looks like there's some adjustments for that in this new menu. System transfer. I've only done this a couple times before, so we'll see how similar it is, although they're saying you have to use a computer to do it, which I think is ridiculous. But we'll see if that's actually necessary or not. Alright, so what do we got here? Transfer from a system in the Nintendo 3DS family. Yes. So the system transfer allows you to move software and data between your systems you own in the Nintendo 3DS family. Okay, well this is really, yeah, I know, it cannot be undone. It's a one-way transfer. I couldn't put it on here and then take it off here and put it back on here. So it's a one-way street. Gonna hit agree. Okay, so do the same thing over here, agree. So I'm going to send from this system and receive from Nintendo 3DS. Yes, I must sign in. Okay, my Nintendo Network ID. Alright. Oh gosh, I hope I remember the password. Let's see. Alright, looks like I remember my password, which is a good thing. So this one here, searching for a source system. So it found my new 3DS XL, which is called Yoibob. I didn't even realize I named them different things. So I'm going to choose that. Transfer from Yoi's Nintendo 3DS. This will confirm the target system. Please switch to Yoibob's Nintendo 3DS system. Okay. Transfer from, yes. Use the source system. Okay, yeah. The following will occur. I know. The transfer process will replace all data. I'm aware of that. Because there is no data on this one yet. So, preparing for transfer. So I think it's going to give me some options as to how I want to do it. Alright, it says if you have the same software or downloadable content on both systems, which I don't. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Nope. There's nothing on this one. There is some software and data that will become unusable if you perform this transfer. Are you sure you want to continue? Well, yeah. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to do it. This will start the transfer. Yes, I'm sure I want to continue. Data created by this system on the micro SD card will no longer be usable if you perform a transfer. Yes. Delete all. Yes, I want to do. There's nothing on this card. Boy, for those of us with OCD, this really does make you nervous to go through all this. Big delete button. There we go. Deleting. Okay, it's been deleted. Can't go back. Have any other micro SD cards been used with the system? No. Use the source system. So preparing to transfer. Nintendo DSiWare titles in the system will be moved to the SD card. That's fine. I hope they fit. Alright, so those were transferred back to the SD card. As SD cards cannot be inserted into the target system's micro SD card slot, one of the following three methods, here we go, must be used to transfer the sources. Okay, so that's why you need to bring a computer into the mix, because they went from SD to micro SD. So, alright. So if a file exists on both the SD card and micro SD card, then the file on the micro SD card will be overwritten. Okay. 1. Wireless transfer. Moves all SD card data onto the target system's micro SD card wirelessly. This may take a while depending on how much data there is. If the target system's micro SD card doesn't have enough free space available, which it should, try organizing the data or using a micro SD card that has more memory. Okay. 2. Low capacity micro SD card. Moves all SD card data to the target system's micro SD card wirelessly, except for Nintendo 3DS downloadable software, which will instead be available for re-download for free from, okay. And then finally, PC-based transfer. Now, I do have quite a few downloadable 3DS games on this, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure that everything's going to fit. So I am going to go through with the PC transfer. I think that's the method that I'm going to choose. Let's see. So, it's just explaining all that to you. If you use any other SD cards with the system, use a, okay, yeah. If you do not do so, you will be unable to use any SD card. Are you using an SD card or a mini SD card with this system? I'm using an SD card, so yes. Alright, so these are my three options here. Alright, here's my theory. In order to do the PC-based transfer, you do need to have a micro SD card to USB piece of hardware to plug into your computer. And I don't have one of those, but what I'm hoping for is I can use my Android phone. I've got my Android phone here, and if you take off the case, which by the way, Nintendo, this is how you do things correctly. Check this out. No screws, nothing, fingernail. Boom, I'm in the system. That's the way it should be. So this phone has a micro SD card slot, and it can read this micro SD card just like, you know, anything you plug into a USB port. So even though I don't have the SD to micro SD to USB converter, I'm hoping that I can use my phone to accomplish that task. So we shall see. So I'm going to go for a PC-based transfer. After the transfer is complete, use a PC to delete the data from the target system's micro SD card, okay, which I'll have to do here, and then copy the data from this system's SD card to the micro SD card. Okay. Please insert the micro SD card into the target system after copying data to it with a PC. Please review the file. Yeah, I know. Da-da-da-da-da. The chosen method will be used to transfer. Yes. Yeah, the battery level of the target system should be fine. It's not going to take that long. From what I understand, we're going to see here in a minute here, since I'm choosing PC as the moving method, I think this transfer isn't going to actually transfer much, although the Pikmin up top are maybe indicating otherwise. I think this is just the Nintendo 3DS is telling each other, okay, expect a PC transfer. But let's see here. What are they running to? Okay, they actually are going to pick up some software and transfer things over, so we'll have to see. It seems like things that are on the system memory may be transferred over, but everything else that's on the SD card, I'm going to have to do that PC transfer. Yeah, it's not happy with my battery. I may have to plug it in. Now it says it's only doing 2 of 5 here. We shall see. I have half a battery. Looks like it's going to remind me after it does every single one. It says it's about 25% done, I think. Those Pikmin flowers. Bring that stuff over. Those look like SD cards. I see. That's real clever. I always enjoy Nintendo's presentation of things. They could have just as easily shown a status bar, but no, they're having Pikmin do the work for us. That is pretty cool. I'm hoping that this meter is for the whole transfer and not just for one application, because that would be terrible. I'm definitely going to have to connect my AC adapter if that's the case, and wait a long time. Go, Pikmins, go. Battery's still at a half, so that's good. And it stopped prompting me about it. Probably should have plugged it in, but oh well. I think we're going to make it. I see a corner piece. There's the corner piece. And boom, 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 boom. Alright. So what's going on here? Oh boy, it's still telling me about the AC adapter. Looks like maybe there's more to go. Built-in save memory. Are you going to pick that whole thing up? Oh no! Are we going to do the whole 25, 50, 75, 100 thing, or is this different? This looks different. I don't know what those Pikmin's deal is on the left there. Come on, just pick it up, move it. Oh, it would have helped if I looked at the lower screen. 4 of 5. Looks like we're on step 4 of 5. There they go. Bring over the built-in save memory, whatever that is. Boom. Alright, so hopefully that's 4 of 5. Now what's 5 of 5? You gonna remind me about the battery? Yes. 5 of 5. Nintendo eShop. Oh, this could be a problem. What's going on with this one? Oh, these Pikmins are running like crazy. Alright, it looks like this is going to be another 25, 50, 75 one. Or is it? Oh, maybe not. No, they just do a different animation for each thing, which is really cool. Alright, the system will now restart to complete the transfer. Please do not turn the power off. Okay. So I hit OK. Transfer complete. Days until next transfer can be performed, 7. Okay, well, there's nothing on it, so there isn't really anything to... Yeah, I know. Alright, Nintendo DSiWare will now be moved to the system memory. Use a PC to copy the contents of the SD card containing the source system's Nintendo DSiWare data to the micro SD card, and then reinsert it into this system. For more information, please refer to the operations manual. The screen will be displayed after the power is turned on again. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Going to take this SD card out that has some of my saved data. I'm not sure what's on the system memory versus the SD memory entirely. But I'm going to put this in the SD card reader on my computer and get it ready to copy. And what I will do with this one, take it out. And I will put it into my phone. And then I will hook my phone up to my computer using a USB cable and copy the contents from this SD card over to this SD micro and see how it goes. Alright, so with the amount of data I had on my 3DS XL's SD card, the entire transfer took about 5 minutes, but your mileage may vary on that depending on how much data you have on your card. And within the last 30 seconds of the transfer, Windows Explorer decided to crash. So after it crashed, I reopened up everything else and copied over the remaining files that didn't get copied before it crashed. So hopefully that didn't cause any other problems than that. But at this point, I can only keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best. So here's my SD card, micro SD card with the files copied to it. I'll stick that in the system, and we shall see. So it's now going to be moved from the SD card to system memory. Preparing for transfer. We got that before. Hopefully it'll be able to move beyond that. Okay, yeah, these are my DSiWare games, which is a good sign. 1 of 8, so we'll wait for that to happen. We'll turn the volume on here. What do we have? Ah, nice and loud. In the meantime, I will set up my 3DS XL after it's been newly formatted. Alright, so it looks like we're just about to go here. Yeah, this has finished. So days until next transfer is 7. System will now restart. Okay. And this 3DS XL system has now been formatted, and I did set it up again. But we are done. So I can power that off. So let's take a look. Yeah, right off the bat here, I can see that, I mean, the system transfer puts absolutely everything where it was. My folders are organized how I like them. I've got my theme going. And let's just see here. I've got Game Boy Advance. Are all those in there? Yep, the Ambassador program, Game Boy Advance games are in there. AR games. Yep. DSiWare. eShop, 3D Classics, everything's there. Nice. Alright, so that is the 3DS XL to new 3DS XL system transfer. And despite the fact that Nintendo is requiring that you use a computer because, you know, of the difference between the SD card and the micro SD card, it seems to be a fairly seamless transfer, and it worked pretty well. And if you don't have an adapter, evidently you can use an Android phone that has a micro SD card slot and then plug that in via USB to get it to work. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, you guys, see you later.